BBC viewers have made calls for the broadcaster to hire Susanna Reid after her praiseworthy appearance on Sunday with Laura Kuenssberg. The morning show presenter, 53, joined the panel of guests on the political talk show on Sunday, December 17. The one-hour-long programme saw Susanna, Robert Buckland MP, and actor Brian Cox discuss the PPE scandal. They commented on a recent interview the BBC conducted with Baroness Michelle Mone, surrounding the controversy. The government had supplied millions of pounds to the company led by her husband to provide PPE to the NHS during the pandemic. An article published by the new outlet states the Scottish businesswoman denied allegations the millions of gowns supplied to the firm were never used, but admitted she lied to the press about being involved with a business that received £200 million in government PPE contracts. Michelle went on to add that she stands to benefit from the PPE profit. The National Crime Agency has been investigating Michelle Mone and Doug Barrowman's role in the PPE MedPro scandal since May 2021. During the talk, Susanna said, she thinks Shush is the victim because of press intrusion. Now I have enormous sympathy because press intrusion can be very uncomfortable, but there is a reason for press intrusion, and that is because of allegations of wrongdoing. I just think it's utterly remarkable that she doesn't see how this is an issue for people. PPE was so desperately needed that business people thought they could make tens of millions of pounds out of that desperation, and she is a member of the House of Lords and a public servant, a member of our parliament. I don't really see she understands what the problem is here. People are genuinely upset. Susanna was hailed for her strong opinion, with some viewers calling for the TV host to land a permanent role on the channel. Taking to X, formerly known as Twitter, in their droves to comment, one person said, Susanna Reid should be on #BBC Lorak every week. Another person said, love Susanna Reid. A third person said, the broadcaster must pull out all the stops to get Susanna back on the channel. While a fourth person wrote, Susanna Reid has been a breath of fresh air on #BBC Lorak this week. She's not afraid by any means to highlight what is going on. P's that blue blouse is fab that she's wearing and I want one for work. During their conversation, Susanna added, I find it absolutely remarkable and why she hasn't been transparent until this point. We remember being on air and how desperate care homes and hospitals were for PPE when people were losing lives. She continued, I think it's utterly remarkable that she doesn't see how sensitive this issue is for people. This prompted another viewer to write, Susanna Reid is boss and should have interviewed Michelle Mone. A second viewer said, Susanna Reid perfectly summarizing the Mone interview. Earlier this week, the host revealed she would be taking time out of presenting GMB. In her last show until the new year, she said, I would just like to say a huge happy Christmas to you all. Thank you so much for watching this year. Of course, Good Morning Britain is back all the way up to and including Christmas and the New Year. But we are now off and we will see you in January.